Bise,
That's it. Oh,
Say
baby.
wait, say wait.
ah, kai goma. Bunisa tigao ina.
Can't go over.
Gang
Say
go.
wait. Oh baby.
Kai goma.
Yeah, chilling,
Yeah.
chilling.
eh,
I mean, basically assimilating ourselves with our natural culture, who we are. You know what I mean? Tracing our roots through our DNA, which is science. That's something nobody can take. We can have all the conspiracy theories about, DNA all you want, but those are facts. So that's what we here to dispel that, dispel all the myths. I mean, who people think we are. You know what I'm saying, and we want to embrace who we really are.
Look,
So we
look.
talking about we repping Mende, the Mende tribe all day. You know what I mean? And we gonna bring the history and some projects that we into. Right now we took a trip last year to Sierra Leone, a few of us. One of them I have citizenship. We have citizenship over there right now. So
yeah,
I definitely
that,
we have
that's
dual
great.
citizenship. Right now we on with the brother too. Pato, he
Okay,
chiming
now
in from
I'm here. I'm listening.
yeah, he chiming in. You chiming in from Sierra Leone, baby. Out there, Pato.
Huh?
What time is it out there?
Time. It's just past 10 p.m. Our own time, just past 10.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. 10:20. Yeah, it's 5:21 out here. So it's 10:20, 10:21 out there.
Hey, let me
Yeah.
ask you this, Hindua, how you feel?
Yo.
How you feel about those those Hebrew Israelite, Moors and all these subsection type of people? How you feel
Well,
about them?
we used to attack them. You know what I'm saying? But knowing what I know now, traveling back home, it's more important stuff than that. Our people, we would travel to different places, and we would take on different religions, pick them up, put them down all the time. So I'm not really concerned about one's religion or what they believe and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your belief is your belief, but the facts is facts. This is what's like what's missing with us and our people here. You know, when you really get down to it, we don't have a culture. So we wear our religion on our sleeve. We wear our belief on our sleeve. So in that we have different groups that really take this stuff, and I don't mind anyone taking a belief system and applying it to their people to, that's fine. But these are belief systems and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. We come from living, breathing people with living cultures, and we're going back thousands and thousands of years trying to be a part of something that's dead. The children of Israel, this is a dead culture. Even when we go back into Egypt is beautiful, and I love the study of Kemet and the study of ancient Egypt. But that it's dead. You know what I'm saying? And here we have African Americans who are trying to, learn more about this culture, and we have our direct ancestors right here in West Africa with living, breathing cultures, with you know what I mean, who can direct us and who can tell us, okay, listen, this is how you speak this language. This is the proper way of doing this. This is how we don't do that. We have a standard that we can always go back to. At us as African Americans, we don't have that. We're the only people who don't have this. You know what I'm saying? Every people has like a legacy that their ancestors left them. Being that we went through slavery and we cut off from that, this is a big problem in our psyche. You know what I mean? So we attach ourselves to whatever we can that is honorable. You know what I'm saying? So if we think the Moors are honorable, we will call ourselves Moors, and we'll try and take whatever story and apply it to ourselves, just like the whole children of Israel and anything else. We're Native Americans. This is where all of this thinking comes from. We're so ashamed to be Africans. We'd rather be anything else. this is the problem here. You know what I mean? And this is why
Yeah.
religion is attacked so much here. You know what I mean? See, when you travel home and you see the roads ain't paved and we're not drinking safe water and there's just much more things, much more important than what somebody chooses to serve. And the fact that y'all don't fight over it, y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that was some of the most beautiful things that I saw was us being a group of people and you know we have Christians, we have Muslims, and okay, we got Christians and Muslims in the building. We're gonna pray to Jesus and we're gonna pray to Allah, and we go ahead and have our meeting and do what we do. That was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? No one sweat the fact that okay, no, you know, this is a Muslim kingdom or this is, you know, this is the Christian side. Like that never came up. That was never quite, you know, I never heard an argument over, you know, the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see, and this is the problem with the conscious community, and I always had beef with them personally, is that we think that just because of we no let me say this, that we use hospitality, that we're you know, generally loving and, you know, forgiving because of religion. You know what I'm saying? When it's our nature. You know what I'm saying? We are hospitable, if I'm saying the word
Absolutely,
correctly. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
This is one of our, it's a curse, a gift and a curse, in a sense.
absolutely,
You know, because
absolutely.
you know, it's good to embrace other human beings. You know, but then we have to understand the reality of people's nature and their intentions. So, you know, we have been gullible at most point, and then our main downfall is the beefing we had amongst each other. You know, we have to embrace tribalism. That's what we're doing. Gangs in America. Well, even all fashions. You get to, if you want to talk about the mob, Italian mob. You want to talk about, you know, Asians mob. Those
Ain't
were
nothing but a
all
game.
gangs. The what's some people in Chinatown? The big gang they
Absolutely.
always talk about. The Thai, the dragons or some whatever. But they had different Asian gangs. You
Yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
got those. The I know what you're talking about too. I know
Triads.
exactly what
They
you're talking
always
about.
talk about triads and
Triads. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they had, so this
But see,
this is what
the
goes on.
difference.
Even like how the U.S. intervenes in other people's affairs. Those are tribal stuff. You know, even in Russia with Georgia, there's stuff next door. They be trying to go over there and invade and stuff. And the U.S. want to bother.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's their stuff. You know what I mean? People. That's human nature. You know what I mean? People
Shit,
war
what you
against
think?
each
World
other.
War One, World
France.
War Two, all of that tribalism, man. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
all tribalism, like even with Europe. Think about it. How Rome fell was the different with France, Britain, all those
Right.
is considered tribes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
The push our shit aside, like, you know, we talk about spirituality. I mean, we use those terms
We
and
don't
things
have
like that.
that. You know,
But that's
the average person don't know about African warriors and their plights and their, you know what I'm saying. And we wouldn't know about these Europeans if they didn't have these movies and they didn't, you know what I'm saying. So they know the importance of using that television, man. They know the importance of using the movie
yeah, it's
industry.
culture. You know what I'm
You know what I
saying?
mean?
They downgrade our culture, but it's the same. It's hypocrisy. You know what I mean? Because look at
I
that's
mean,
what
they
they
doing
do.
what they do, man.
Yeah.
It's a part of their survival. They, in order for them to survive, in order for them to conquer and stay superior in certain respects, they have to show us in an inferior light and them as superiors. So
Yeah.
you know all of their accomplishments happened in the Middle Ages, if
Yeah.
you really notice, and this is when they were at their lowest. You know what I'm saying? They were at their lowest, and this is really when their whole thing starts because this is when we're at our height. And this is our fall, and this is their birth. The birth of Europe was basically the Middle Ages. You know what I mean? When they came up out of, basically they overcame the Moors. You know what I mean? And that was the birth of Europe. Before that, these people, you know what I mean? But it was the Moors who brought in the European Renaissance.
Yeah. Now the thing is, now how we get that misconstrued. Now, not to bring up the Moors, is that that was a tribe, so to speak. I don't know what they call them today, or maybe that was a term that was given to them. You know what I'm saying? From my
Yeah, it was just a term, really.
Yeah, that was
You
a
know what I
term that was
mean? Their
just like
culture,
Negro, just like black.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
mm,
really, I just my research, it wasn't really tied to, you can't tie Moors to a language. You can't tie Moors to, you know
all in.
what I'm saying? So the thing what they will have to do is, what tribe are the Moors? Where did they come from? You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
even our ancestors could be considered the Moors. You know what I'm saying? They were basically Islamized Africans. You know what I'm saying? And our ancestors went all through, North Africa as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of I even I don't know, man. You know what I mean? You have the Almoravids, you have different groups with the name Moor in it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this is this group of people.
Yeah, but
And
the
people
thing
be
is the
taking this
reality.
and running with it.
Is what the reality I think we most of us running from, because it's phases to it. I understand that mindset, what I mean, as far as getting identity, but then when we talk about the true, tying it from science, using what's within you, what I'm saying, blood, DNA, right? Then that's a whole different story, because now we talking specifics. Now we could talk about the Mende tribes, Timnes, Fulanis, Ashantis, so for the Golas, so forth and so on, right? Because those are the tribes that are scattered across the United States. Those are the tribes that was taken out of Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Whatever present day, because they always get into the word semantics, whether it was called back then and all this other stuff, it don't matter, because the tribes are living and breathing now. You know what I'm saying? You talk about
right,
Hebrews,
right.
you can't trace right now, you can't go in South Sudan, you know what I'm saying, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Ghana, all up the west, off the Ivory Coast, and name some the 12 tribes. Where can you find those 12 tribes at? You know what I'm saying? I can't. I
You're
mean,
not gonna find it.
correct me if I'm wrong. I see Mende all
You're
through
not gonna
there. I
find that
see
no in the world.
Mende all through there, but they not connecting to uh what's these tribes? The tribe of Israel, whatever. I don't see that.
Yeah,
Where's the languages at?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The
Remember
language.
now, Israel just a broad term for the 12 tribes. There's 12 tribes in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the Levites, the Benjamins, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
yeah,
got
the bitch.
different, you see what I'm saying? Judah and all of these different factions. So I mean, where are these people? Where is this culture?
Yeah, where's the
Because when the
language?
people leave and they go, they bring their language, they bring their culture and all of that shit with them. You know what I mean? Supposedly these are people of God, and they're gonna keep all of that in some way, shape, or form. They ain't gonna totally forget themselves. That's the problem. That's the beauty of them being the people of God. So I ask, where the hell are they? And if it is us, I mean, come on. We can actually trace our ancestors right where they are for over 10, 20,000 years. Right there in West Africa, we got evidence. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
at what time? You know what I'm saying? You telling me that 6,000 years ago we were, what I mean? The Earth just popped up, and a man named Adam, and we come all the way down. And where's the proof of us being connected to any of that? That's their story over there, and it's a story. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. And we have, like I said, with language comes a customs. Customs, then that's why I think religion would come in, because we run from religion, but it also, as human beings, it give us a sense of order, because we all ask the question, what we made, what
Who
made
am I?
us,
Who
you know what
am
I'm
I?
saying, why we here, and stuff like that. No matter
That's
what,
why I'm not against it.
yeah, no matter what culture we were in. But the thing is, we was forced. It was we're dealing with stuff that was forced on us, that was forced upon us. So I understand the rebellion of that, the rebellion of that. But at some point, you have to do your due diligence. every individual has to do
Absolutely.
their own due diligence as far as knowledge of themselves in order for us to come together collectively because of those tribes, those
Right.
tribes that's been scattered across America. I'm talking about the Mendes, the the Fulanis, the Timnis, so forth and so on. I'm not talking about the tribe of Benjamin and all these other. I'm not talking about the Levites. I mean, but the real tribes that you could go right now and touch and touch. I could go touch a
Right.
Mende woman right now. I could go touch a Mende brother.
Right.
We just had Pat on. Pat, right in Israeli
Right.
Mende brother. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
But ask any of these Hebrew lights, can you go touch? I mean, y'all
Of
making
course
it
not,
up.
man.
Y'all
My
making it up now.
cousin goes over there,
Mm-hmm.
and he swears to God that they're gonna repatriate over there and they're gonna take over Israel. But when they land over there, I'm telling them how we getting treated, how we getting welcomed in, and all of this. When he landed over there, he had to sit in customs for hours
Yeah.
because they wanted to know if he had enough money to get home, if he had a round trip ticket, if he knew somebody in the country that didn't want him coming there and just trying to camp or stand there. See what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
not welcome.
Yeah.
But we the children of Israel.